You ever notice how the world treats a dangerous woman? They stare, they whisper, they crave her, and then they try to cage her. That's the story of my life, Puddin'. Only I stopped letting the world hold the key. You see, people love to study danger like it's a wild animal behind glass. But I live it. I breathe it. And the truth is, danger ain't always outside of you. Sometimes it's the fire you swallow just to stay warm. I used to think being a good girl meant safety. That if I followed the rules, smiled sweetly, and played nice, I'd be loved. But love that demands your silence isn't love. It's control wrapped in sugar. The moment I realized that, I stopped being the doll and became the dynamite. That's the thing about living dangerously. People mistake it for recklessness. But it's clarity. It's seeing how fragile everything is and deciding to dance on the edge anyway. Every bruise, every scar, every stupid mistake, they're my medals. Proof that I existed on my own terms. They used to call me crazy. Still do, probably. But you ever wonder why a woman can't be both brilliant and broken? Why she can't destroy something and rebuild it even better? They call it madness when a woman stops apologizing for wanting more, when she stops waiting to be saved. I don't need saving. I've been through the fire so many times, I learned how to strike the match myself. You want to know what it's like to live dangerously. It's waking up and realizing your life's been built out of everyone else's expectations, then smashing it with a smile. It's walking into a room full of people who underestimated you and watching their faces twist when they realize you don't need their permission anymore. The world taught me to shrink, to giggle instead of growl, to fall in love with men who liked the idea of me more than my mind. But danger taught me something softer, something real, that freedom always comes with a cost, and I was willing to pay it in blood and lipstick. Living dangerously isn't about chaos for chaos's sake. It's about honesty. When you strip away the masks, the polite lies, the fake smiles, what's left is raw hunger. The hunger to feel, to choose, to be. Most people don't want to feel. They numb themselves with normality. Me? I want to burn through every second. That's why I laugh when they call me a villain. Villainy is just what happens when a woman stops playing by someone else's script. I'm not evil. I'm awake. And that terrifies people. You see, there's a strange kind of power in madness. When you stop caring what's acceptable, you get to rewrite the rules. You stop asking, "Am I allowed?" and start saying, "Watch me." People forget that madness and freedom wear the same perfume, one whiff, and everyone wants a taste until they realize it's not meant to be tamed. You think I like danger because it's exciting? No, I like danger because it's honest. It doesn't pretend to love you while it's killing you. It looks you dead in the eye and says, "This will hurt." And I respect that. That's more truth than most relationships ever gave me. See, being a woman in this world, it's its own kind of battlefield. They don't hand you power. They hand you a smile and tell you to use it wisely. But a smile's just a weapon with lipstick. And once you realize that, the game changes. I learned that danger doesn't destroy a woman. It refines her. It strips away the innocence they forced on you and replaces it with instinct. You start to trust the parts of yourself they told you were too much. Your temper, your lust, your defiance. Those are survival tools. They said, "Be a lady." I said, "A lady of what? War?" Living dangerously is about refusing to die before you're dead. It's about knowing that control is an illusion, and so is safety. They can lock you up in a tower, call it protection, and still drain the life out of you. I'd rather bleed in the streets than rot in a cage made of comfort. Danger doesn't mean destruction, it means transformation. Every time I risked something, my sanity, my heart, my so-called reputation, I found another piece of myself under the rubble. That's the part no one talks about, the beauty of it, the rebirth. You want to talk about empowerment? Empowerment ain't soft. It ain't hashtags and cute slogans. It's dirty. It's lonely. It's walking away from the people who made you and realizing they never knew you at all. It's laughing in the mirror while wiping away mascara-streaked tears and saying, I'm still here. And you are. You can lose everything. Your job, your man, your sanity, and still be more alive than the ones who never dared to break, because the ones who break rebuild. And every version gets stronger, sharper, less sorry. That's what danger gives you. Perspective. You stop seeing yourself as fragile. You start realizing you're the storm they warned everyone about. I used to crave validation. Now I crave velocity. I don't want calm. I want the chaos that reminds me I'm breathing. I want the risk that makes my pulse pound. That's how I know I'm still in the game. Danger keeps you awake. Safety puts you to sleep. And let me tell you something. A sleeping woman is exactly what the world wants. They want you comfortable, controllable, predictable. You're easier to market that way. Easier to love, too, if you keep your voice down. But when you wake up, when you start wanting more, you scare them. That's the power. They called me obsessed, emotional, unhinged, and maybe I am. But what's madness except passion that refuses to sit quietly? What's danger except honesty in high heels? I don't live dangerously because I hate life. I live dangerously because I love it too much to let it go dull. I want every bite, every scream, every ache. I want to feel alive even if it kills me. And here's the truth nobody tells you. The world's not built for women who want everything. So you gotta build your own world, brick by bloody brick. That's what I did. You think the Joker made me crazy? Nah, he just lit the fuse. The explosion was always mine. Every woman has a fuse. Society just teaches her to hide it, to bury her rage, her desire, her power under politeness. But let me tell you something, sugar. Buried fire still burns, and when it finally finds air, it doesn't apologize. That's what I want women to understand. Living dangerously doesn't mean chaos for the sake of chaos. It means refusing to suffocate. It means trusting your instincts more than their rules. It means knowing that your worth isn't measured by how easy you are to control. Be unpredictable, be unmanageable, be unforgettable. Because danger doesn't destroy the feminine. It reveals it, the softness, the sensuality, the fury, the intellect. All of it becomes sharper when you stop playing nice. You start becoming the kind of woman who doesn't beg for love. She commands respect. I've seen what happens to women who play it safe. They fade. They turn down their own volume until they disappear in the noise of everyone else's lives. That's not living. That's survival. I don't survive. I thrive because I'd rather be hated for my fire than loved for my silence. So yeah, I'm dangerous. I'm volatile, I'm the punchline and the warning label, but at least I'm real. Living dangerously is a philosophy, not a phase. It's the art of embracing every contradiction inside you, the lover and the fighter, the saint and the sinner, the dreamer and the destroyer. That's what it means to be alive, to hold your own chaos and make it beautiful. So, to every woman out there biting her tongue, second-guessing her power, scared of being called too much, let me tell ya,
Too much is exactly enough. The world doesn't need quieter women. It needs louder storms. And if they call you crazy, smile, because crazy is just the word the weak use for women who live without fear. Danger is not my curse, it's my compass. It shows me where the limits are so I can break them. And every time I fall, I don't shatter. I scatter like glitter in a gunfight. So here's to the dangerous ones, the women who dare, the ones who burn and rebuild and burn again. We ain't villains, sweetie. We're visionaries with a taste for chaos, and if that makes the world nervous, good. Let it shake. Because the future belongs to the ones who aren't afraid to live beautifully, dangerously, and unapologetically alive.